Installing your Smooth Move suspension is a simple process that can be completed in a matter of minutes. The kit includes the suspension with swivel attached, a seat mounting plate, a pedestal, and hardware bag. You'll also need a 7/16" socket wrench and a drill with the appropriate bit to remove the existing base from the boat. We'll begin by removing the seat cushion from the pedestal, and from there we're going to remove the swivel and/or slide from the bottom of the seat cushion. Make sure to keep the bolts that attach the swivel to the bottom of the seat. You'll need these bolts later to attach the black mounting plate provided in the kit. If you have a removable pedestal, remove it from the pedestal base. Next, we're going to remove the existing pedestal base from the boat floor by removing the 6 screws around it. Make sure to keep these screws because you're going to need them later. Now we'll remove the original seat pedestal and place the new pedestal over the holes where your original pedestal was, and use the original screws to attach to the floor. Place the swivel that is attached to the bottom of the suspension over the pedestal and tighten the swivel to the pedestal just tight enough to secure it while still allowing for 360-degree rotation. Place the black mounting plate onto the bottom of your existing seat cushion. Make sure that the 4 bushings, one on each corner, are facing away from the seat cushion. There are a series of slanted holes on the mounting plate that you'll line up with the holes on the bottom of your seat to get the best fit for the plate. Using the bolts or screws from your original seat, fasten the cushion to the plate. Now we're ready to mount the seat to the suspension. On the one side, pull the black lever along the side of the rail, and the opposite side, cut the zip tie. Slide the rails forward to expose the 2 holes on the end of both rails. Line up the bushings on the black mounting plate to the holes on the end of the slide rails. Using the bolts and washers provided in your kit, place the 2 bolts through the 2 holes at the end of the slide rail and hand tighten to attach the seat cushion. Slide the suspension the other direction and secure the other 2 bolts. When the bolts are hand tight, slide the rails back and forth 4 or 5 times in order to square up the rails, ensuring a smooth slide. Once the rails have been squared up, slide one side of the rails just out far enough to tighten the bolts with the socket wrench. Then carefully slide the rails the other way just enough to tighten the bolts on the other side. All right, now let's just check to ensure that the rails slide smoothly, which they do. And now the installation is complete. Here are a few tips on using your Smooth Moves Ultra suspension. The black lever on the side, if you pull that out, it allows you to slide the seat back and forth. The long gray handle on the front of your suspension is for adjusting the seat to your body weight. You can increase tension by turning the gray handle clockwise and decrease by turning it counterclockwise. You should adjust the tension so that when you sit on the suspension, it gives just a little and compresses about a ½ inch. If you're in rough waters with large waves, increase the tension to avoid having the suspension bottom out. You can decrease the tension when you're in lighter waves. Once adjusted, leave the handle in the horizontal position. This prevents it from harming the rubber boot. If the handle is pointed down in the vertical position, it can pinch the rubber boot against the internal mechanism and tear the boot. The round gray knob at the bottom of the suspension is for adjusting height. It's easiest to adjust the height while sitting in the seat because it takes the pressure off the springs and allows the knob to turn easier. Turn the knob counterclockwise to raise the seat and clockwise to lower. Remember, the lower the height of your suspension, the more compact it is and the less travel that you'll have. The black lever at the very bottom of the seat is the locking mechanism for the swivel. Lifting up on it will unlock the swivel, allowing the seat to turn. If you need to remove your suspension from the pedestal, unlock the swivel, loosen the wing nut, and pull the safety clip away from the swivel and then lift the suspension off. If you're by yourself, try wedging a small piece of cardboard behind the safety clip so you've got both hands free to lift. If you have any questions regarding your suspension, please contact us at 888-583-2701. Enjoy the ride.